And now I'm gonna do the resolution, and then you're gonna do very little, like, history of the alleyway and more just exactly what's there and what's not, what's gonna be replaced by.
Okay, I've got 4 minutes of introductory.
Terrific, that's perfect, 4 minutes.
Everyone online for us?
Okay, do your 4 minutes and we're ready to go.
Okay, Madam, Mr. Chair.
What? Make sure they can hear us.
Good evening, Rick
I'm
Azar.
sorry, sir, give me a second. Can you guys hear us online?
Hello?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, and is anyone here from the public at this point? Just so we know? No, great, okay, so then we don't have to ask anybody.
Thank you. Rick Azar of Operations proposed to the Alexander Gray Gallery at their new space. Can we get this up on? Thank you. See, leave it on that previous page.
And put it out there.
I am.
Okay, that's great, no.
Give me a second, you must.
Because we're gonna do this right tonight, we're not gonna do a 2 hour.
My screen. There we go.
Thank you. Rick Azar for alterations proposed to the Alexander Gray Gallery at their new space located at 384 Broadway, Manhattan. Thank you, Ms. Diaz, for all your help in getting this to public hearing tonight. I'm joined here this evening by Studio MDA architect principal Marcus Bochanski and his associate Victoria Mackey. And we're here tonight to present to the committee changes proposed to the first floor front elevation of 384 Broadway and to the building's courtyard, Cortlandt Alley elevation. I'll start things off with a brief description of the building and a basic summary of the scope of work proposed, at which point I will turn things over to Ms. Mackey and Mr. Bochanski. Situated within the bounds of the Tribeca East Historic District, 384 Broadway is a 6-story full lot building stretching 176 feet from Broadway to Cortlandt Alley. The building is located on the east side of Broadway with a south lot line adjacent to 380 Broadway. Completed in 1882, the building was designed by architect J. Morgan Slade in the neo-Breck style. These are contemporary photos of 384 Broadway. At the left, a full photograph of the building. At the right, a close-up showing the subject first floor commercial space. We can see substantial cast iron columns dividing the storefront into 5 bays. The north bay, building entrance set back from the facade. At the center, 3 bays, a center entranceway flanked by window display bays. And at the southernmost bay, a window display bay of the same design as the center displays. A crucial element of the renovation plan is to provide handicap access to the gallery. A number of plans were considered, but an exterior Americans with Disabilities Act ADA compliant ramp and platform did not work out at the front of 384 Broadway. So rather than an exterior ramp, proposed is an interior ramp. This will require some changes to the first floor storefront. Okay. Proposed or new, actually.
Okay, you want to be on Broadway?
We really do, yeah.
Okay, great.
A little further.
Oh,
Little.
Thank you.
yeah.
Proposed are new entrance doors on the southernmost bay, and that's at the far right. They will be set back the same distance from the facade as the current building entrance found at the north bay. That's all the way at the left. Behind these new doors at the right, an ADA compliant ramp. The present south bay display window infill and bulkhead will then be relocated to the center bay that is presently an entrance right in the center. The new doors will be of a design appropriate to the style and age of the building. Current entrance doors of the north bay will be replaced with doors to match. Next page, please.
I got it, let's move this.
Here are some archive photos, on the far right, the far left, a 1940 tax photo, an archive photo from the 1990s next, and then streetscape photos from 2023. Finally, there's work proposed at the Cortlandt Alley elevation. Next page, please.
Oh.
Here are 2 contemporary photos. 384 Broadway is within the red lines at the left. At the right, a medium close-up of the work area. Next page, please. 4 additional photos here, a view across White Street looking north, archive photos from the 80s and 90s. And then at the far right, a contemporary streetscape image. We can see the 6-bay construction separated by decorative panels. And at the roof line, we can make out numerous mechanical exhaust hoods that were installed through a sloped skylight. Proposed is removal of the obsolete mechanical exhaust hoods. The damaged skylight will be replaced with a new skylight. An existing roll-down gate, smaller of the two, will be removed, and in its place, new paired solid panel doors. And 6 new single light display windows, 3 on each level at the center, are proposed for installation within the existing original decorative framework. Marcus?
Thank you, Mark Stahanchi, study MBA.
Don't make it too quick.
Yes,
What is the public hearing matter? It's the replacement of the storefront on Portland Alley and the replacement of the storefront on Broadway? That's what they're gonna talk about in the public hearing, right?
yeah.
Okay, great. So, okay, so which one? We don't need this one because we know where it is. You want to see this? We want to see this one. Existing.
Yeah, existing and proposed. Yeah, so basically the entrance to the space right now is in the center of those 2 windows. And we're proposing to move it over to the right side, which basically creates a harmony with the existing door on the left. And replacing, putting it in the center window to match the 2 of the sides. So you have 2 entrances on the side, 3 windows in the center. And this would allow us to put a ADA ramp on the right side so we can get it at ground level, the same height as the sidewalk.
Great. Okay. It seems very straightforward to me. I don't want to make it too simple. What else do you want to say? The material is wood and painted and glass?
Correct. So we're basically replicating whatever the windows were before, replace a new window. And you can see in the rendering, we're putting in new doors. We also propose to the building owner to also put in new doors on the left side, which are right now not very nice doors. So upgrading the facade with reference back to the original facade. We're keeping the windows, the 5 windows as they are.
Yep.
And pretty much it. I mean,
Wonderful. Okay, show us this one. Pretty pictures of this one. So this one, we saw what, okay.
So this is a very unusual condition in Portland Alley because this is the only building that actually sets back, creating a skyline. The skyline right now is completely falling apart and functioning with vents for full systems that we're all taking out.
Yeah.
And we're replacing it with skylight in the same kind of style as before. And then the rendering, you see it, and we're opening up what was windows before because when the building was built, the idea was to get a lot of light into the work areas, and we're kind of coming back to that, creating the openings for workspaces, office spaces in the back of the building. So putting in basically those window bays. And
This looks like general work. Oh, you're putting an intercom or what? What is that? What do we see there?
so this is a condition where we are we're putting in the new window after we take the door out. And there's a rosette. It's not exactly which center where the other ones are. But interesting enough, the same condition actually pre-exists on top of, on the upper part of the column. So it actually matches, which in this drawing looks like it's not, but I brought some pictures and I actually measured it again. It actually falls right next to the.
So let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Why can't you put the glass layer or storefront layer where it really was, which was at the very back of the cast iron member that we see in that picture? In other words, when it was originally built and it was filled with wood, the wood started where, not where we currently see the roll down gate, but at the very back of the, cast iron, maybe back. So why don't we do that? Is that possible or?
I
You know.
don't do that, but then I would get a strange condition where you have the grills in the front at the bottom part, because that would, if I want this to align, this would pop out. And then you have the window cutting in, and then you have the windows above again coming out. So it would be kind of a weird condition. So rather than doing that, we keep the cast iron columns as they are, and we move it into the same window line as the windows on the left and the right. And the rosette gets cleared by the windows, which, and this is a funny condition, it's also slightly up on the top, the rosette that's there. So we're basically not touching anything that's there. We're keeping the cast iron as it is, we're not touching it. Including the that.
Okay, what is everybody thinking there?
Oh, I'm sorry, go back.
Yeah, I'm kind of just, I'm looking
This
at
one,
this
is that, I want to understand what you're saying, no, go lower,
lower.
the other sheet, where it has the red and here.
Good.
So he's proposing, oh, no, that's the existing.
Right, existing is maybe
But
not
you're saying
original.
all the way back, propose all the same.
Right. So we keep the columns how they are. And just like the windows are all aligned on the top, we'll have continued the same line to create a new window. So it's all within the same line. So when you look at it,
Right, right.
it will be consistent.
Let me ask you a question. Okay, who has other questions and who wants to see other slides to make any sort of? How about we go back?
What's happening? I have a question. Yeah, what's happening at the existing entrance with the stairs? What's happening below the stairs and inside at the floor?
So existing, there's the existing elevation, right? Where are you saying?
Yeah, there was to the right is
Here?
is an enlarged section through the front door, but there's really no structure. We don't see what's happening below the stairs and at the sidewalk and
Here
and
and
at the
here.
floor. In other words, what is permitting, what is permitting taking out the grill and lowering the door on the right, but not permitting it at the existing entrance to the retail space?
So on the,
Shoot, like following you.
Do whatever.
Cheryl.
yeah. So the existing floor really is the levels here, right?
Yeah, right.
And so what we're doing here, where we're proposing the door, we're lowering the interior floor. We're putting in some structural steel to create the ramp. And then this area, the floor basically gets filled in to the same point as on the other side. But you have the steps.
So in other words, you would, in theory, you could remove the floor at the existing door to create a ramp, the same way you're doing to the right. In theory, yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
My only comment on the front entrance is that it drastically changes the hierarchy between a ground floor retail space and the residential, the entrances, if you will. It changes the hierarchy of what was a retail entrance, and puts it on the same level as the residential entrance to the left.
Well, technically speaking, they used to be all commercial, right? But there are.
The upper floors used to be commercial as well as.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a commercial warehouse, commercial building.
Let's stay on the first floor,
It
guys.
is still all.
I'm a cellar if you want.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
What seems to be the issue that you raised it up?
I mean, so
Looks fine.
this entrance is the original entrance from 1892?
no, absolutely not.
Okay. Do we have a picture of the original entrance from 1892?
No, you don't.
Okay.
Right? I don't want to speak
Yeah.
for you, not from 1892. You have this long shot, let's look at it. What's there is not original, not even this transom is original. Why? Because the transom is in, even though it looks like it could be from, let's say, the 50s or the 30s, it would never, the original never would have been on the cast iron column. It would have been right behind it. The whole, so it's, you guys, I would say, blow that whole thing out and just put the thing in the plane where it should be, all out of wood, and make it, forget about any of that, because it's not original. But I like what you guys have done, and I like that it doesn't result in a ramp outside, and I like that you're keeping the non-original but historic iron there. And then on Cortland Alley, I mean, wow, that's amazing. That is where people go to urinate mostly at this point.
Right now,
And,
yeah. Unfortunately, not always just.
Right, so I don't want you to get rid of those iron gates maybe so much, but I guess they're really definitely not original. So I would just say, get rid of those and I like what you've done. Yeah, okay. Anybody else?
You have a member that would like to speak.
Yes,
Janet,
please speak.
unmute them, please. Jill.
She said, no. And we're at 6:22, by the way, so with no one. Jared, let's go. Talk.
Eric,
Hi, I just had a question just about the iron gates as well. Yeah, I recognize that they're not original, but yeah, they do, the alley in general, and the sort of grittiness of it does represent an era of New York that is quickly, being erased. Is there any version of it that's been considered that would keep, some element like that in place?
Man,
yes.
the grates are not original. This was originally a very big light box that allowed for ambient light at the back of the store. Remember, this part, Portland Alley, is 176 feet. Any other light source, which is on Broadway. And they needed to have some sort of light in the back area there. So this was a double height space. Most of these, if not all of these openings were glass. And there was a full glass skylight on top, which is a lot of which they're planning on bringing back.
Hmm.
The grates that are there now are for mechanical equipment that was installed in the 40s and 50s. Because they needed the ventilation around the mechanical equipment.
Okay, good. Anybody else want to speak? Anybody else? No? Okay. Jared, you're good now? Thank you. Let's call the question. I'm gonna write a positive resolution, correct?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Any opposed? Any abstain? Any recusal? Motion carries.
What was it, 5 or 6 or 5, yes?
When is the opening?
Yes.
All the time.
Okay,
Speed, you're going very soon.
okay. All right, next. Who's next?
60 Hudson.
60 Hudson Street, minor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, don't do the history, but 60 Hudson, what is this? This is a big building, nice big building? Interior landmarks?
So Western Union.
Oh, great,
Yeah.
okay, 60 Hudson. Yeah,
Yeah,
so don't give us the history of West.
I'm not gonna keep this 20 minutes.
Okay.
Or less.
Okay.
Very simple proposal.
Okay,
We could show it on the screen if you prefer.
This must be. Because. Of course, right? What else would it be? Lovely.
okay, wow.
Share the screen.
I'm gonna start already. Okay?
Yep.
So we were here pre-COVID for a proposal to put in some reception desks.
Oh,
Good
yeah, I
change.
remember that.
And to change where the turnstiles were. And one of the things we did on Hudson Street was it used to be right at the front. We moved it in to create a public, basically hall inside of the space. All that was approved by you guys and was approved by Landmarks and it's installed. That's a picture of it right now. Okay? So part of the problem that we found was that that space is still too dark. Because you still feel like you walk through a space as opposed to being in a space. So we tried several, go to the next slide.
That's the space that you particularly have a picture of here, that space?
Yeah, so-
Okay, got it.
okay, now if you look at that
So
plan,
they had, what do you call, what do you call this space?
we called it a public hall because the idea is that this is the first time the public can actually go into this lobby.
So it's a hall, right? So you're saying that, I'm trying to correlate the definition of
Here it is. Let's go back.
why does it need to be light? We've had this, why does it need to be bright?
Well, here-
Gotta give them a chance, give them a chance to
Here's
come
the
about the
right, so
prices.
it isn't dark. So here is that space right inside of here. So you walk in through here
Oh, yeah.
and then you go into this space. And now that is where the demarcation between this and that. When you're in this space, it is dim. Okay?
And what do you want to do with that space? in the-
Tell us.
That's what I'll show you. So, well, go back.
Oh, no, what activity would you like to do, in that space?
Again, what we're trying to do is allow, to start with, what's
Not
around there.
trip over yourself, maybe.
Yes, well, that's, forget that, but that space right now is the only place that you can actually go into this new building and see that lot.
They'll tell you to get out right away, but you
Yeah.
can see it.
That's not true. All right, so,
That's not-
let's go to the next.
anything, so.
Okay, yes.
So we
Next one.
remember this, and you're talking to two professionals, so we remember it.
So anyway, we tried different things to try to illuminate this thing in
Yeah, you
a
got
possible way.
lights. Sure.
So someone else. But anyway, we decided, we happened to look up into the ceiling. And if we see in here,
Okay,
there are historic junction boxes that are up in the ceiling.
Wow.
Okay, and they happen to align perfectly with the wall sconces, the six chandeliers that are on the opposite side.
Imagine
Next to the front.
that.
There's 25 pages in this?
We're gonna go through.
Architect's doing a good job.
Gotcha.
All right,
Okay.
so,
Not AutoCAD.
so we had the engineers go up, they checked, that stuff is original, it's cloth wiring.
Yeah.
And it was, home run to the same way that the chandeliers are. We happened to find an electrical plan that shows that these things were installed at the time of the building.
Mhm.
You go.
Yeah.
Here's the photos of what, when it opened. They obviously weren't there, but also wasn't there was that they've installed lights over here, the wall sconces and stuff like that. They also were supposed to put in this white space, the only white space in this building, were supposed to be murals that never happened. So, next slide.
You're not proposing a mural, are you?
No. No, so what we're
Not in
asking
this
here is, we think that those were meant to be installed, and they just either ran out
Yeah.
of money or whatever.
Sure.
So we're now proposing to put those three in place. We're going to mimic the exact same chandeliers that are there, and we're gonna put it in the center. This is a photo of what it is right now. We go to the next one.
Totally.
Now what happens is, by creating them all in one place, it makes that feel like more of a room. And that's what we're trying to do.
Okay.
I like, oh,
Next slide.
yep.
Oh, where's
And this
the
is from-
chandelier?
This is looking out towards Hudson Street from
Mhm.
inside. Go to the next slide. These are before and after.
Okay, got you.
There's the after. Same kind of effect.
Wow.
Okay. Keep going. Here's from one of the sides. This is
Yeah.
existing. Go to the next one. Again, now it just shows that we're trying to create a room out of this that could be used. Okay, next slide.
Why do you have to say that, though?
Yeah.
We're not care about the room. Don't start telling us about a room. Just say you're adding light.
We're adding light.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
So-
And there,
and Bruce walks in and says, well, you promised a room, and it's not a room. You're adding light, so then let's keep it at that.
we have,
Yes, okay.
So one of the other things that we're trying to do is that the original chandeliers had light going up, light going down on the ceiling of the
Yeah.
floor. We're trying to bring that back.
so tell us about these light fixtures.
They're going to go back,
Yep.
You're making, they're custom made for the
custom
space.
made to this space.
In brass?
They're gonna be mimic this, they're gonna be, this is now going in the center. Okay,
So cool.
Lovely.
all right.
What about this?
I would like to introduce first of all Domingo Gonzalez, who is our lighting designer, who's there.
I didn't know.
And he came up with this brilliant idea of taking the existing floor lamps and just adding a little touch of light around them so that they're very similar to the next slide, which you can see the wall sconces here. They have light coming up and down. These are gonna come and have sort of the same effect. So it's like a slight glow that happens to those.
Excellent. I think it's excellent, personally.
Here's along the
So do
the
I.
hallway, or the main hallway where you can't get in, because it's a building, we're creating the same thing along there. So these are, as you can see, they're pretty dim here, but now they sort of sparkle as they go through.
Oh, please,
Good.
be careful. Yes.
Same thing with the reception desk that's there, it's the same effect.
Are you really, is that part of it, like, under consideration in this public hearing? Wow, the lamps. Are they attached to the?
We had to go, this is a designated landmark interior.
I know that. but
But
I'm
the
just
lamps are
saying,
attached?
Lamps.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
That's
why.
great.
And so what is I mean, other than changing the bulb, what's happening here with the lamps? Are you adding?
Go to the next one. Okay, this is going to show in sections, some of the things we're doing inside, we're putting lights it down. I don't think we have to get into the technical stuff, go to the next one. This is some mock-ups that Domingo did to show how this works. Keep going. This is what you were asking, you're just, who's side?
All we're doing is having an acrylic drum
Okay.
that catches light.
Yeah.
It's very easily reversible if somebody wants to remove it 5, 10 years from now. But basically, we change the lighting from incandescent to LED. We make it visible on the inside, but we also fool the eye in thinking that it's much brighter if I just put in something to glow.
Excellent.
Very nice, yeah, very nice.
Excellent.
Okay, now, that's it. This part, landmarks is now deemed, we started yesterday, that they're gonna approve this at step level, so you don't. Oh, did we make the 20 minutes?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
What
don't
else?
forget asking for more light.
But what are you doing here anyway? Staff, you're doing
Oh,
something?
yes.
See this still on the right-hand side? How the storefront's been destroyed?
Yeah, you're putting
We're
the,
putting it back.
Go up.
Yes.
And, you know, Howard Hughes.
Yes.
wow, thank you, okay.
No,
Questions, questions, questions?
I just want to say, very,
Howard Hughes can accept much help.
Well,
I just want to say, very nice intervention,
Oh.
you know, to improve things. Unlike what we were seeing at 32 Avenue or the Americas, where they wanted to cut into the terracotta, the terrazzo, excuse me, the
that's
terrazzo
it. I
floor.
knew there was
Yeah.
something
Yeah, thank you.
there.
Very nice. So you listen to another meeting, to another meeting, and we appreciate that.
I say yes. And
Absolutely.
you also personally felt like, no, I don't. I've worked on this building for a long time.
Yeah.
And the last thing I want is for anyone to know I work on this building.
Right, thank you. What was your firm's name and name? I didn't get that.
George Boyle,
Okay.
that's Bruce.
No, what I object to the owners, buy
It's frozen out, so.
Yeah, right, I don't, you can bring Bruce up in the conversation when he's not around.
No, the point is just, we often see owners, building owners buying really incredible historical buildings, and then they want to turn it into something they're not.
Yeah.
Go out and buy a white house, you know, just white, nothing in there, and do what you want. So that's why we're now extra careful.
So is the front portion of the lobby open to the public to be able to?
Right now, yeah, right in there.
Right? It's like,
We're just trying to make it,
like Pine Street, you know, they don't have a bar, you know,
Oh.
place.
Okay, so, thank you. Call the question.
Second.
Okay,
Aye.
okay, seven fiber. Number three,
Thank you very much.
45 Murray Street. Repair our sidewalk. Did we hear this at all before, that this was some destitute sidewalk?
Thank you, gentlemen.
No, that was Greenwich. That was the one in front of Greenwich.
Okay.
But this is still an ongoing issue all the way across New York. There's
Right. Well,
no,
we
there's
were
no
not-
resolution. I started to write something, but I don't,
Okay,
anyway.
gold.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we don't have 32, 34. Okay, so, all right. This looks like it gets right to the crux of the project, so tell us, 45 Murray.
This is the exterior of the building,
Yes.
trying to get a spot where we can get the sidewalk and the building and your, all, try to get that, but as you can see in the left-hand corner is the shed for the restaurant out in the street right there.
Oh,
So, but you can see that the owner has kept it in the.
this old dog, okay,
Yes.
yes.
This is the first floor, and directly in the center is, I'm Brian O'Connor, by the way.
Yep, Brian, got you.
This is Jennifer.
Brian and Jen.
Is the owner. Father owns, new owner. Father owns that.
Congratulations.
It's actually historical TVs now because he fixes them up and gives them sort of,
It's for museum. It's on museum.
museums and film.
That's very cool.
That's really cool. The restoration of
Video.
Yes, I've noticed the sign there for 20 some odd years.
Yeah, yeah.
I got a baby too.
Oh,
Still
wonderful.
in there.
Okay.
This shows the location where we are. This is the.
Which one?
South,
South Historic
South
District?
Historic
Okay.
District, with the extension, and the red arrow is the location.
Okay.
The next picture that you can see there is the building next door, 47 Murray Street. Go back up. one.
Yep, sorry.
And, they already removed all the vault lights and they put this plate here. It's just better than concrete.
Sure.
This is another one.
Gotcha.
Fly around the corner.
Right.
The blue arrow shows where it's located. There's another one around the corner.
This is a disaster, 46
Yeah.
Orange Street. Don't claim anything. You don't want, okay. Here you are.
These are historical pictures from Landmark.
Yep.
So you can actually see Mr. Louis.
In there?
Warren in there.
Yes, yep.
since the late sixties, nineteen sixty.
Well, we were down the street.
Yeah, this photo was from maybe the early nineties, no? Okay, anyway, keep going, sir. This is you? No, that this is not you.
So the.
45?
The grade plating is 45.
Okay.
And the blue arrow on the left with it is walking there, is the building next door. You see that they removed, the plating and the
Right,
wall lights, and same thing on the right.
right.
You see with the green arrow, has replaced all the, sidewalk surrounding. This is underneath,
No,
showing how it's being propped up by these pieces of wood,
no.
missing,
Oh, this meat, like that stuff?
yes.
That was good. Right.
There's some more wood holding it up, plus it's all deteriorating and stuff.
What about the wall light panels here? Where does
That's
the
all,
line up?
that's all that's left, that's.
Yeah, where is that up?
That's
Upstairs.
Right hand,
If it was upstairs, where would that be on your thing? Here, 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 or here?
go back one, please. What? Right where that front door is there, it's in front of that.
Here?
Yeah.
Oh, is that
Yeah,
actually
the
in
red
there?
For the red arrow.
Yeah. Very, so it's embedded in concrete?
No, that's the building next door.
Okay.
The white or, there's still the glass, the
Here?
vault lights are still there?
Just those one.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay, okay, so we got that. Now, what are you proposing to do? Blow the whole thing out and go new?
They're right there for one second.
Yep,
Okay, so those are the vault lights there, and you see the little piece of wood there, there's an arrow pointing to it, shimming it up. So the arrow on the right-hand side, the dark area, that's where those vault lights are.
got you.
And,
I understand that.
all right, if you look also beyond, just below that red arrow is,
Bring it back up.
Okay,
you can see where the water's been running down the wall and it's actually, emptying the joints.
oh yeah, we believe you that it's deteriorating,
Yeah.
that's not a new story.
So the electrical.
Okay.
Equipment we have to cover.
Terrible, terrible, terrible.
The mold and, we've tried fixing it several times. You see that they're starting to rust on the right-hand side.
Can't fix it anymore. What are you gonna do? What is the proposed? Here's existing, we get it. Does everybody get how bad it is?
This thing is.
Go to proposed. Talk about this.
Is to remove all that.
Yep,
Install concrete, with, steel structure below it. If we go to the next slide, you'll see the,
section, terrific, okay, wonderful.
those columns and require.
And you're gonna now you're gonna slope that sidewalk up to this entrance at the right side of your building? Is that what's happening too?
Slope it up to the right side of the building. Say that again?
Okay, so, where are we on this? Okay, yeah, okay, that's last time, so, great. I'm gonna go back to the existing total thing. And, okay, let's start with here. This is your building from here to here, right? Okay? The sidewalk, there's a step up here now.
Yeah.
Is there gonna be a step up in the new one too? What's this step up gonna be made out of?
Concrete.
Okay, this is all gonna be new concrete, right?
Yeah.
With the slope of the sidewalk?
Yeah.
It's gonna be concrete,
Yeah.
What's happening?
Underneath that plate, there's concrete around.
but it's gonna be new, no?
Yeah.
Brand new, everything. What
I'm
about,
not seeing your cursor, by the way.
oh, okay, so bay here, do you see this bay here?
Yeah.
On the sidewalk, it's gonna be brand new concrete, nice and beautiful and safe and new, right? Then here, this little area that's a step up, it's gonna be new concrete, right? What's happening in this bay? What's happening in this bay? What's happening in this bay? Anything or nothing?
All the diamond plate is gonna be removed and make it all concrete.
But what about, and then you're gonna support these structures with that same concrete? That's the plan? You're not taking out any of the other infill?
No.
Great, okay, that's totally fine, and like, to me, I think, you know, what you're trying to make it safe and good. We're gonna lose some historic fabric, that's for sure, but if it's gonna stabilize this, and this is kind of like the budget you guys have, I would say like, it probably, all the money's gonna be spent on the, let's say, superstructure under this, like, it's fine that you're gonna make this concrete, but in the end, you're gonna spend all your money making the steel supports under it, and I would say that, why not consider putting back, cast iron or metal or something, or, even brand new diamond plate? Because concrete, for a sidewalk, fine, because we're not saying, oh, is it concrete or granite? We're saying, is it safe and concrete? And for these little infill areas, it's just not characteristic for it to be concrete. That would have been done in the nineties or in the 2000s.
All right, that's,
I'm not trying to spend your money for you. I'm not trying to make,
Get rid of the diamond plate.
yeah, I would put back diamond plate. I would put back diamond plate between the bays and let everybody else talk about
We
it.
need to have 600 pounds per square foot going to public transportation or a fire truck to be able to sit on top of.
Your
That's
concrete
not-
sidewalk.
You saw how it looked underneath.
Yeah, but that's all new steel, that's what I'm saying.
The diamond plate, 4 inch piece of diamond plate, and hold a fire truck up.
Hold on, you need to replace all that, rusted out steel that's this is all
Yeah.
garbage.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where You're gonna spend 90% of your money on the new steel that's gonna replace that. So you might as well just put diamond plate on top of the area, I'm saying, in between the bays, that's my first preference. And the concrete, of course, is fine on top of this, that's gonna be totally fine. But
How we, this is diamond plate, you're looking at diamond plate right there. Like
No.
blue, all the blue is diamond plate.
okay, well, right, but I don't think your problem personally is the blue part. I think your problem is the black part. And if you're gonna rip out the whole, and is it, by the way, is this the sidewalk?
The diamond plate is also starting to tip up, like the edges are all coming up, people are tripping on it.
I understand. Aren't you ripping out the diamond plate and we're proposing concrete?
Yeah, all.
I'm not objecting to that. I don't know, we're talking in circles.
We're talking about the info.
Forget it.
Well, I'm confused, because I think what we're saying is that, if I understand, Jason, you're saying you're okay with replacing the sidewalk vault concrete with more concrete, but then the step up in the base should be more of a historic fabric such as the diamond plate. Is that right?
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
And he turns
Does that make
over
sense?
on the tread,
Okay.
on the tread, right, the Volvos.
That the only issue I've ever had is, we've already had one lawsuit about, ADA. You know, we had a problem with someone trying to get into the building. I don't know who this person was, but I think they hit many places in the neighborhood.
Yeah, that's.
So we had rats inside and we were ready, but we still got it. So the issue was whatever we can do for safety and to make sure that people can get into the building, you know,
But it's always, having a concrete step or a steel step, going to a step cannot be there for ADA, they can't get in. What we're trying to say, at least certainly what I'm trying to say, is that we live in a community that has certain history, and you know that. Right? So if the history of the buildings has cast iron, and that also gets reflected in the sidewalks, if we all just start tearing it all out, replacing it in concrete, and in no time at all, there is no history. So why did you buy in Tribeca? Why not, upgrade?
Yeah, that's not funny.
Concrete
so
right
you're
there.
talking about just the edge.
This is concrete.
No, I know.
Yeah, the infill.
This is concrete on the
I
top.
mean, if that has to
Oh.
be,
No, that's not.
that has to be
That's right.
done, then that's fine. I just want the sidewalk to be safe because we have a lot of people.
Well, listen.
Sure.
You do a new
I see
sidewalk.
the diamond plate now. I didn't realize that was diamond plate.
Period, I mean, it should have been maintained some years ago.
But I mean,
It should be diamond plate, honestly, and it should be painted
No, that's
frankly white or something.
Never a
It should
dull
be
moment.
painted-
Never a dull moment.
I just,
But you understand why we're.
you're saying the sidewalks?
Now you're talking about the sidewalk?
No,
just the area, this area.
Historical
like,
community.
remember,
Yes,
all these buildings were supposed to
right.
look like,
The diamond.
Roman palaces,
yes.
even though they were cast iron, so.
But I think she's okay with that.
Diamond plates are all over here.
So we're saying.
So Vicky, look at the picture.
It's all over
Well-
here.
So this was added in though at a later date. This would have originally been granite.
Hold on.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
here looks very much like a rolled cast iron thing that's been, yes, completely bastardized.
Yeah.
And do I see that same thing happening here? Yes. And it's been also, so they should make a very, straight and secure piece running that way and cover it, I think, in painted diamond plate. And then this part, of course, should be concrete and new.
We agree.
Yeah, I mean, imagine how ugly it's gonna look as concrete.
Step is fine, I don't.
Yeah.
That's what we're.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
like even,
I think that is the same.
even here, you would cover, or at the very least, I mean, really, you'd run
Where?
right here.
You'll see it on the screen.
Boom.
Yeah,
It's
that part.
all beige, brand new, straight and level, and it's painted with diamond plates. This hatch you're getting rid of, right? Yeah. So, and this is gonna be all concrete, boom. Are you gonna go concrete also to the curb? You're not gonna replace,
The concrete is ready from the.
yeah, you're not replacing this other concrete that goes to the
It's the
curb.
city of New York.
Okay, well, you're free to do it. Okay,
So this diamond plate is essentially, access doors to the,
but they're killing it. They don't want access anymore. They just want nice watertight concrete.
I'm not sure about.
We're not-
You don't know?
We may keep those doors.
Well, you gotta be clear about that, guys.
That's right.
Okay.
so which, okay.
Imagine keeping those doors. Good luck. Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to get rid of it only because it's, again, the water issue.
Exactly, you'll never solve that problem by keeping those doors there.
But that's also the sort of Tribeca thing, right?
Not enough to forego keeping watertight building, like, this, if you let that happen, another 100 years, someone will be back here trying to replace the steel that's holding up part of the sidewalk, because water is coming in after the flood, and the flood zone dries.
What part of the application though? Is that part of the application?
It either has to
If
be or
they have
not.
access from inside, we'll just.
Yeah.
We can get rid of it.
Good, no gate, no thing, no sidewalk, don't make that your, we don't, it's not, I don't personally find it historic or not, really, in this case. You're thinking the ones in Soho, where there's still the old elevator that comes out and you ring the bell and it goes ding, 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 and
No, I just found the references. I don't want no elevator coming up.
I mean, by the way, I'm
I
not,
just like the variety.
I would argue that that's not the original place where there ever was a hatch anyway, right? Because this is, anything we see here that's in diamond plate, that whole thing is not original, not,
Right.
in no way.
Yeah, it would have been
Who knows? It could have
lightning
been
vault.
vault or a window down, looking down and vault lights.
Yeah, vault light, yeah.
So, okay,
Well, if it was full storage, you'd also have to open it up and put coal in there.
okay, well,
Okay.
all right, that's a
We're good.
reference, back to a dirtier time, I guess.
I make a motion.
Okay, yeah. With the
Zach,
whole suit, okay. Dana,
Oh, I'm so sorry then. You can't make a motion.
Yeah, we're done.
we'll get over it.
Wow.
Dana, what do you have to say?
Just wanting to, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Oh, okay. I was saying, I had my hand up for docket number 2 because you guys called the question, but then actually didn't take any vote, like didn't have a resolution and didn't have a motion. So I just wanted to make sure you get your vote for that one on record.
Let's go back then, okay? Saying we're gonna write approval for the lighting and the way they doing the lighting by George. And
Don't make
and
it
I think, do you want to say anything about it?
No, I mean, it was completely apparent that you wanted approval. It's just that after you said call the question, you guys just moved on. At least in the audible,
Roll call, Dana. I did a roll call.
well, it didn't come through.
Well,
It didn't come through, like nobody could hear, so it's not on the recording then.
it's on the recording because we're in the room. It maybe you didn't hear it, but it's in the room.
Can we open
Oh,
it back
it
up?
means-
Okay.
The other thing is, it's approved by staff.
No, just that last slide, not the whole presentation. He said at the end, it's approved by staff. You mean when he made
The
that?
lamp, just the lamp was being
It was
approved.
just, no, just that very last slide. It wasn't the lamp, it was the
Oh,
infill
it was
of
the
the,
infill, right.
it wasn't.
It was the.
We had to see the thing,
Yeah.
it's approved
That's right.
by us,
It was the
and
table.
with, you okay with that?
Absolutely.
Okay, good, all right.
But
Yep, roll call, right, yep. I'm for it.
Yeah.
Yep,
I made a motion, so that
Thank
I
you.
called
second.
any opposed?
Data?
Any abstain? She's not in your committee. Any recusals? Motion carries.
Thank you. Oh, financial,
Done.
okay, budget.
Thank you.
Present to landmarks and we'll send a letter to them saying that we're approving it with you.
Very good, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, everything we do, you're right. Thank you. We're volunteers. We
Okay.
4 times a
Okay,
month.
what's next?
So let's do the budget talk.
Thank you.
Right.
I have something I want to add to the
We're
budget.
gonna do,
Yeah.
okay, what is it?
It's a citywide sidewalk vault inspection program.
Yep.
We have FISP. Why don't we have city sidewalk vault inspections?
You know what else never gets inspected? Those grates that get installed in sidewalks. Once they get installed, they never get inspected again. You have my dog. Grates. Yeah.
All the grades for.
Yeah, no,
But
that's.
but I'm talking specifically.
Manhole cover or something? What do you mean, great?
Just using, this is last year's.
Okay,
Oh, yes, can we see that? Yes, please.
last year.
Let's look at that.
Yeah, but you, I don't know if you want to leave it on, take it off, add what you're doing.
But I mean.
Can I see it?
When,
Yeah.
when,
Never gets inspected once it's installed. Those grills, you know, those little things, my dog doesn't want to walk on them because it has like, the grills on the sidewalk.
but the vaults in particular, people think they're walking over top of sidewalks and you have 10, 12 feet below you.
You're good on that.
You know, and as we found out here, we found out on the one on Greenwich Street recently, that they're never inspected, and with the amount of water and salts that get in there that erode the, scale, it really needs to be a citywide program.
So that's complete.
And that's why I get upset when trucks are parked on sidewalks.
Absolutely.
Sidewalks are not meant to support that way.
Yeah.
Buildings that are stored, public schools.
You've done your-
I've done my civil duty
you've done your civil, excuse
for
me.
the century.
Your
How about this?
kidding.
Funding
You're doing
three.
A decade.
So,
Funding
For what? For what is it?
So
So, hold on, man, I'm sorry.
my son's school actually benefited from this one line, which is provide funding for ADA compliance, because his school didn't have an elevator. Now they're getting one.
Great.
Okay,
But it's not even in our community board. And I don't think we have any public historic schools. in our
In
community.
our community board, we found that out, that's right.
Okay, so we should
Okay,
change
no.
the name to. No, how about like, are there other
public,
public
courthouses?
historic buildings? Exactly.
The
So why don't we say
courthouses.
public historic buildings
Mhm.
that would benefit from handicap access should get funds for that
Yeah.
process? And, yeah, okay, so we have two, and you got, citywide sidewalk vault inspection, which does
Right.
definitely
Yeah.
affect us
That's you.
because we have a lot of old sidewalk vaults. And then we had expand grant programs for restoration of landmark buildings and parks, in parks. Yeah, I mean, of course we do want landmark buildings and parks. I mean, can we expand, bless you. Do we want to use the word building when we want to use the word structure? Because there are a lot of things in parks that are not in such good shape that aren't buildings necessarily.
Such as street furniture, lamps.
How about even a wall? It's,
A wall.
you know, have you ever seen the walls, for example, in one of the transverses in Central Park? Like, they're terrible. They all need like repointing and they should be beautiful, but there's probably no money for it. So, you know, and no one walks them much, but there's gotta be, street lamps, you know, to keep them gas or, even keeping the fountain. Who pays for these fountains to keep going in, City Hall Park? I mean, I don't know. I'm sure there's some money that we could give to our historic structures.
What's the update on the city hall?
I saw
park
someone
fountain,
bathing in it.
Lamps.
I
The
found that
Romans probably did that.
my son found a dead rat in the water there. That's cool. That's an update I can give you. Otherwise, I usually see people, you know,
I said bathing in there.
kissing on the benches sometimes if it's a nice night or whatever.
Was that,
Sometimes like tonight, at twilight, you know.
That committee work.
that was under that
Romantic.
waterfront? Really?
What happened? What's waterfront? Park.
And parks, right, yeah.
Those just rolled by.
I wanted to actually text him and say, don't.
Don't bother.
I don't know if he knows.
He'll walk, maybe he'll walk us, one of us home safely.
Yeah, was that?
Okay.
Give us a budget item.
Wait, second.
Time on Tuesday.
That's it, we're done.
We're done.
No, I know we're not actually
Finished.
Oh,
done.
my leaving them serious.
No, I want you to change expand grant programs for restorations of landmark structures in parks.
We're talking about the budget.
Because buildings in parks, how many buildings do we have in parks in our community board?
Yeah.
You know, structures, those are the things that are,
Got it.
you got it,
And number one, obviously, always stays in.
of course, in honor of all the old dogs that have been here before us.
Did we say something about cobblestone streets and this and that?
Yes, something about cobblestone streets, but what is that? For the maintenance of them, that's our biggest issue, it's the maintenance, we don't have any money for the maintenance.
Of
They-
what?
Cobblestone, mud blocks, you can die walking on mud blocks. Oh my God.
And they
I
rip
was
it
there
up because
when
of
they
gas
made all the
issues?
cobblestone. I am one.
When Howard Chips comes up with their new building.
That's down,
Wait,
that's,
That's all.
Maintenance.
right.
I thought you were just being like very positive.
No
Oh
way.
my God, oh my God.
Right,
Okay,
because they're doing that new building, you're on that
Oh, yeah.
block, oh joy.
some cool garbage trucks. Bruce, do you have anything for the budget? Think of a real doozy. Some an old timer.
Will you stop with the old timer? How about an extension of the Tribeca South Historic
Yes,
District?
okay.
That's
extension
enough.
district.
That's
For-
good.
To a real extension instead of the 5 buildings they included after 10 years of struggle.
Okay, I like it. You missed a great night, Bruce,
Did I?
but you're here for the last one.
But I wanna know what happened to 60 Hudson Street.
Oh, you can't even believe how good it was.
They're up like chandeliers, that's what it was?
They
Stuart
found-
Doyle told
They
me.
found,
Lo and behold,
legitimately, they found
Lo and
locations
behold.
and electrical plans that show
No.
the same chandeliers that are there, and they're gonna rebuild them, just like that.
Wow, that's
Tested
George
them.
Doyle, great.
Yes, George said
Hmm.
he knew you well, and I didn't know if that was a good or bad thing. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't be leading
It's
with-
all
I
been
don't-
worked out that you can-
I don't
it's all
go
been
into a
worked.
meeting saying, oh, by the way, I know Bruce really well, just, you know.
I'm sorry, and I can do this later, but 384 Broadway, that was significant, right?
We did a good, that's another amazing one where on Portland Alley, they're gonna fill it all with glazing in the cast iron and they're gonna do all new
They're gonna.
wood
expose
and painted
the-
storefront on Broadway and a ramp inside
Skylight.
like PPW.
But not every building.
Not a new
Not every
building.
building, they're just restoring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no ramp outside, ramp inside like PPOW's ramp.
Wow, that's
Broadway.
great.
It's amazing. It was a really great night for.
If we have nothing else to add to capital expense, I'd make a motion to adjourn.
Closing out, yeah.
But
Well,
does everyone here?
Can you say meeting?
I don't know.
Meeting has been adjourned.
What are these supplemental documents?